Sometimes actually prefer not to present myself with the visibility. So here I am with a video with only audio effects. So the content of the video uh, shall focus on the present scenario in terms of Shaitan's economy and the ongoing attempts from the Indian think tank to ensure that their version of classes, that happens to be castes, is actually interpolated in the very grid of Satan's economy. Satan's economy actually is a very simple model where it actually talks of four classes of people: intelligent, helpless, stupid, and bandits. The order is not intentionally posed, just to ensure that the four classes are used with the proper nomenclature. And as inputs I got from reliable sources, Satan's economy actually focuses on two primary classes of bandits and stupids, where the intelligent and helpless classes only ensure that they provide masks to ensure that the helpless or bandit faces are actually within the limits of inclusion of visibility. Now, what has happened is that the Indian think tank actually faltered badly in ensuring that the four castes, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras. Now, very important point to note here is that the untouchables, that happens to be the Dalits, they do not form the part of the traditional Varna system. They were always made to lie outside the realm of the very Varna system. So the Shudras, they happen to be the ones who were actually forced to work for menial roles in order to serve the three classes. So the thing is that the four Varnas could not be interpolated along the very grid of four classes of people. So it's very displeasing, or rather pleasing to understand, being ironic here, the very aspiration of the trade rumors of the Indian think tank to ensure that the forecasts could nicely fit in the classical global Saturn's economic model. So this goes to say that Manusmriti, the four Varnas, could not be interpolated along the classes, lines. So what happens to be the very class of Indian population? Undefined, unscrutinized, verified, or unloaded in the very domain of quantum computer that actually runs the brain simulation across the globe. So the only possible way to actually judge the Indian population from the micro perspective happens with the fact that they could only lie in a classless existence. So the weight of the very classification on the basis of the birth that happens to be the untouchables, the Dalits, could accommodate this very feat of the Indian population not getting any place along the grid lines of the classes of people. Yes, the Indian population could be placed as classless, or rather untouchables. And so is the case with the Chinese population. The recent dramatic coronavirus outbreak in China should also enforce this very underpinning. Untouchables. So as I actually asserted and vehemently claimed that there are chances that Indian and Chinese population can see a complete depopulation. So it's very difficult for any logical intervention to not refute my claim. So it's very disheartening from the perspective that you can see the vast 3 billion population get wiped out from the planet in a spur of a moment, which is quite a possibility given the fact that the very brain simulation quantum computer is adept with all sorts of nuances of bring the lives to halt by way of the control of the human body, and of course human heart very disheartening. At the same time, it actually demands a lot of heart to speak it out, as I have done throughout the video.